Hi, my name is Lorraine Jackson, and I'm a student at ASU and the Reading 510. And my assignment this week was to look into 5 digital resources that would be helpful for you. So, the 5 digital resources that I had looked at this week was called Slack, OER, Instapaper, Microsoft Learn, and Education. The first one that I had looked into was called Slack, and it transformed the way organizations communicate by bringing people together to work as one unified team. And after looking at this, I found out that ASU had this app, so it was very easy for me to navigate on. One of the things that I did like was that they have a Sun Devils Connect, and they had some emojis, and I really like that you can use the pitchfork, the ASU emoji, and that was really exciting to see. One of the things that I didn't really dislike, but I just felt like, did everybody know about Slack? Then I didn't. It was a really neat program, and it's one that I will continue to look at daily. It was just really neat for me to see. So here I did put the hyperlink, and I just felt like Slack is something that I would recommend for people to continue to use. It is a really neat program. The next one that I looked into was called OER, Open Educational Resources. I felt that it had ways you can explore, you can create, and you can collaborate with educators, especially if you're doing your curriculum or your lesson plan. So here I found OER to be very useful. In the search box, I had pushed in Native American education, upper primary, and standards, and I did notice that they had lower primary. They even went all the way to high school, and I found it to be very helpful. I came across a article. I came across videos, very helpful. After investigating this open educational resources, at this time, I didn't see anything that I felt was like untruthful. I found everything to be facts, and maybe when I hit a wall and find a particular subject, but right now I did not see anything I disliked about this program. Again, this program was very, I have a hyperlink there, and I found it to be very helpful. And I would recommend if you needed to find a program for your curriculum or your standard, this is a great site. The next resource that I looked into was called Instapaper. I found that you can get a full text search. There is a lot of reading, and if you wanted to get ad free, it would be like $3 a month, but I did subscribe to it, and it was a free program. I really like Instapaper because in the search bar, once again, I pushed in Native American, and it was very high, very it had subtitles, it had visuals that you could read, um, that just captured you. The only con I saw about this was that in the beginning there was no visuals. There was a lot of reading, and there was nothing to capture you. But I did find that at when you did come to an article, you did have visuals. Instapaper is something I would recommend educators to use. This is definitely something that has been in my mind for the past 2 weeks now, and it is something that I would bring to my classroom. The fourth one I looked into was called Microsoft Learn, and it's for educators. It's for teaching and learning, since we play a big role as an educator. It provides free professional development certifications and supporting training materials to use in the classroom. There was a lot of things that I did like about Microsoft. They have a lot of questions when you are trying to subscribe, and they have beginner levels, which I really like. It's very easy to navigate, and I would. The only con I saw about Microsoft Learn was that you answered a question in the beginning about your level, and then you answered some more questions. So they wanted to find a lot about you, and that was the only con I seen. In Microsoft Learn, I felt that it was very helpful for me. I had a grandson who was had to be in Microsoft Teams, and when I had learned a little bit about Microsoft Learn, I could help him with his links and his Zooming. So I found it very resourceful. On the last one that I looked into, it was called Education. I found it to be a great whiteboard screencasting. It was very simple. Um, it's teachers can create short videos and you can share them instantly with students, or you can even ask students if they could download it to do small projects. One of the things that I loved about it was that it was very simple to create new lessons, and I definitely would be using this more and more each day. After I had investigated this site, I found that it won't be easy for students to get this app, only because their iPad, not their iPads, but their laptops at school is limited on what they can download. So maybe in the future I can use this with my students. For me, as a teacher in the classroom, I would definitely use this. I did create a small lesson on math, and it was really fun for me to create. I would definitely recommend this.